Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for being here for another video with me, another reaction. This video is sponsored by one of our new sponsors, David. Thank you so much, David. And we're going to do basically, we're going to try and focus only on the bass today. I mean, I'm going to try. I can't really promise, but this is what the marathon is basically. It's a bass guitar marathon. So we're going to basically honor the bassists in these bands, which I'm not really familiar with. At least most of them I'm not. So I know we're going to do Led Zeppelin, the Lemon Song from Led Zeppelin 2. I know it's John Paul Jones, one of them. I guess for me, one of the most talented players in the band. I mean, all of them were just, you can't really say anything about Led Zeppelin. I mean, they're all phenomenal. But I think sometimes John Paul Jones is being like not really appreciated that much because everybody else is so, you know, John Bonham and then Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, they're all so huge that John Bonham kind of like disappears, but he is basically one of the driving forces in the band compositional wise and all this good stuff. So then Genesis, we're going to play Please Don't Ask from the album Duke. I don't know who plays the bass, but we'll figure it out right now. Then we're going to do Elton John Amoreena from Tumbleweed Connection. I know, shout out to Michelle. This is one of her favorite albums. Let's see here, 1970. Then we're gonna do The Who. Now that's the only band that scares me a little bit to get blocked, because I guess The Who, the record company has a reputation to block their songs. But let's see. This is from Who's Next, Getting in Tune. Let's see. 1971. Okay. And then Kansas, we're going to do from the first album, Lonely Wind. And this is from 1974, the first Kansas album. All right, so leave me one moment. I'll look up the bass players so you don't have to write them in the comment section. But you can still do that. You can, at the end, you can tell me who's your favorite bass player of all these great musicians. So one moment. Alrighty then, so I now have all the bass players information here. So we got, like I said, John Paul Jones on the bass, Led Zeppelin. And Led Zeppelin 2 came out in 69. Then Genesis Duke came out in 1980. We have Mike Rutherford here on the bass. Then we're going to do, whoops, give me a second. We're going to do a Tumbleweed Connection album by Elton John. We have Dave Glover or Herbie Flowers on the bass. I don't know, because I don't know. I mean, the track that we're going to play, I don't know if it's the electric one, it's Dave. If it's the stand-up bass, it's going to be Herbie. Then The Who is going to be John Entwistle from The Who. And then Kansas, oh, wait a minute. Tumbleweed Connection, 1970. The Who, 1971. And then 74, Kansas, is Dave Hope. All right, so we got them all lined up. So let's try to pay, you know, all the attention to the bass. I mean, you don't have to, but I'll try. That's my, basically, my challenge here. And I did tell David that I've heard the Lemon Song, of course, because it's Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin is pretty much, yeah. So I'm just gonna react to the bass of Led Zeppelin here, not to the song, because I actually know this song myself. Okay, so here we go. I hope everybody enjoys. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, maybe subscribing if there's something of value here. You know, what we do it with love. and we love just listening to everything, you know, from all kinds of eras, all kinds of music. So I hope you do enjoy. So let's go ahead with the Lemon song. And I don't know why, even though I know these so well, I always confuse it with the Rain song. Because I guess they sound very similar. The name of the song, not the songs. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Led Zeppelin 2, one of my all favorite albums that made me, you know, appreciate rock very early in life. Here we go. Enjoy. Man, so good. It's hard, you know, because I'm so used to listening to Robert sing and sing along. That's one of those occasions when you can separate the music and the lyrics completely because you've listened to it hundreds of times and it's just in your brain and you can switch back and forth. But the bass is very cool. A lot of like cool phrasing that he's got going on, and instead of just like playing the note and of the chord, he's very cool. He's so good. But yeah, so I hope you guys are also able to just follow the bass. I know I'm very distracting. I'm not making it easy on you guys because I'm suddenly playing the lead guitar and doing all that stuff. But let's stop that. I'm just gonna listen to the bass. I'm just gonna nod my head like this. you know? And then maybe we'll be able to just focus on the bass. But yeah, this is gonna be fun because wow, the other songs I haven't heard, you know, like Genesis. This one I've heard something from the Duke album. I've heard something from the Tumbleweed Connection. Have the Who? I've never heard this album, and then I've heard something from this Kansas album, but not exactly those tunes. But let's continue.
People tell me, baby, can't be satisfied. Trying to worry me, baby, but I never get you in myself. People worry, baby. Can't keep you satisfied. Let me tell you, baby, you ain't nothing but a stupid, no good jail. I went to sleep last night. I worked as hard as I can. I bring home my money. You take my money, give it to another man. I should have quit you, baby. Oh, such a long time ago. I wouldn't be here with all my troubles. Down on this killing floor. Sleep me, baby.
This is so hilarious when he squeeze my lemon. So, oh man, the first time I heard that, I was like, I can't believe this. Squeeze my lemon. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
Juice runs down my leg.
Oh, I skipped it. I skipped it.
Till the juice runs. Sleep me, baby. Down on this killing floor. Sleep me, baby. Till the juice runs down my leg. Yeah, please, sleep me, baby. Till the juice runs down my leg. The way you squeeze my lemon out, I'm gonna fall right out of bed.
Yeah. So good. Ah, man, what a great song. But really the bass is so, it's really there, you know. I mean, it is really, really strong in the song. Very, very powerful, very, very cool. And I'm sure that I've said this before listening to the song, like, wow, the bass, man. But I've never really like thought about it, you know. So that's really cool that I was literally just focused on the bass, and there was some really cool lines, and it was always entertaining and doing something, you know. So John was always like really cool. Okay, now this one, please don't ask. Genesis, I've never heard. So it's gonna be more difficult, to just focus on the bass. Also, I mean, yes, it's just 5 songs. There's a lot of people who are gonna be like, what about this guy? And what about this guy? And what about, I mean, I can think of like 5 bass players right now that should be on the list, but it can't be everyone. We're not doing like the best bass players in the world. We're just doing a list that David chose that he wants to hear. Please, like, where's Cliff Burton? Where's Steve Harris? Where's Geddy Lee? They're there, and we respect them, and we know they're amazing, and we could do another bass marathon, but for now we're gonna do this one. Okay, so here we go with Genesis. So this is really cool because Genesis has become one of my favorite bands, and this is in the 80s, so this is a Genesis I don't know at all. So here we go.
Please don't ask me how I feel. I feel fine. Oh, I cry a bit. I don't sleep too good, but I'm fine. When can I see you? When can I touch you? Again and again, I ask myself, was I wrong? Oh, but time's a healer, and heaven knows I've been strong. Maybe we could try, or maybe we would work this time. Oh, I can remember when it was easy to say I love you. But things have changed since then. Now I really can't say if I still do. But I can try, 'cause I know that the kids are well. Yes, you're a mother to the world. Oh, but I miss my boy. I hope he's good as gold. But enough of me. Tell me, how are you? You look good. Well, you lost some weight, I can see. Your hair looks nice. You look good. Maybe we should try. But don't say, 'cause I know why. But you know, I can remember when it was easy to say I love you. But things have changed since then. Now I really can't say if I still do. But I can try, 'cause I know that the kids are well. Yes, you're a mother to the world.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to fish out, and then I looked up the personnel, and Steve Hackett had left the band. It was only Tony Banks and Phil Collins and him, so it was just a trio. So basically Phil was singing and playing the drums, and then Mike was playing the guitar, the bass, and then Tony the keyboards and backing vocals and 12 string. So it's a different sound. It sounds very, very different, not as melodic. You know, if you like Blood on the Rooftops or Firth of Fifth, Supper's Ready, it's like totally different music, but still, I mean, I love Phil Collins' voice, and I just love the guys from, you know, we've done some full albums now, and it's just like, man, this band is just fantastic. But I don't mind this different. It sounds very different, but great. I just love it. Beautiful. Short and sweet. I mean, you could hear that there were more layers of like keyboards in there, and it's more like a poppy, you know, song instead of a proggy, you know, prog rock. But it was nice. It was great. I mean, the good thing is like I'm not like a purist like I used to be, but that only closes yourself doors, and you listen to less music, and you're just listening to the same. And I rather listen to everything and kind of enjoy as much as I can, you know, and try and understand why, and, you know, and the circumstances. And also, it's like what happened to me when Metallica changed their sound from like the Black Album to like Load, and I was like totally like in denial. I couldn't accept it, you know. And but man, I mean, they've been playing, you know, 20 years the same music. They want to change, you know, or at that time maybe 15, and they want to come up with something new. So it's like, as a fan, you always want the band to sound the way you kind of like first discovered it and what you fell in love with. And then when they change, it's kind of like a shock. But if you put yourself in the musician's shoes, then it's like, well, they do want to like kind of like experiment, you know, with other maybe genres and maybe shorter songs and stuff like that. So, you know, I get it. So, okay, Elton John with Amoreena from Tumbleweed Connection. Here we go. Focus on the bass. Let's try.
My lady, Amorena's in a cornfield, riding in the daybreak, living like a lusty plow, running through the grass for hours, rolling through the hay, oh, like a puppet child. Washing out the cattle town, and she's far away somewhere, in her either down, and she dreams of crystal strings, of days gone by when we would lean, laughing, fit to burst upon each other. I can see you sitting eating in the evening, the fruit juice flowing slowly, slowly, slowly down the fronts of your body. step loud, running through the grass for hours, rolling through the hay, whoa, like a puppet child. And when it rains, the rain falls down, watching out the cat on town, and she's far away somewhere, in her eyes are down, and she dreams of crystal strings, of days gone by when we would leave, laughing fit to burst upon each other. Oh, oh, if only I could nestle in the cradle of your cabin, my arms around your shoulder, oh, the windows wide and open, while the swallow and the sycamore, oh, are playing in the valley. Oh, I miss ya, Amoreena, like the king bear misses honey. And when it rains, the rain falls down, watching out the cat on town, and she's far away somewhere, in her eyes are down, and she dreams of crystal streams, of days gone by when we would leave, laughing fit to burst upon each other.
I do highly recommend wearing headphones. Otherwise, you're gonna be lost. It's kind of like buried in the mix, and also because of the piano, you can't really hear. I do hear the, and it's definitely an electric bass, but it's kind of like buried in the mix. It's not as clear. So I would definitely, put on one of these, and because on your phone, you're not gonna hear anything. On your TV, I don't know. I don't recommend listening to this on your TV. Only if you have headphones. Again, maybe through the sound bar. I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't listen. I don't watch YouTube on the TV. I don't watch YouTube at all. I do. But not on the TV. It's usually on the phone as well, but with headphones, and or on the computer. Yeah. But great bass. I mean, the whole song is just beautiful. So I'm kind of like, since I'm so focused only on the bass, I'm kind of like missing the rest, but I know it's great. And I'm going to listen to it again. I'm going to listen to this tonight, like at least twice, once with Alexia, and then I go through. I just have to take the whole thing in again, Otherwise, it's just, especially since we're pausing and stuff like that, it goes like, I don't know how to explain it, but I have to take it in without like any kind of pausing and just listening and not focusing on the camera or the video or the whole thing, just like by myself. Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. But let's continue.
To burst upon each other. And when it rains, the rain falls down, washing out the cat on town, and she's far away somewhere, in her eyes are down, and she dreams of crystal strings, of days gone by when we would leave, laughing fit to burst upon each other. Whoa. Lately, I've been thinking, whoa, how much I miss my lady. Amorena's in a cornfield, riding in the daybreak, living like a lusty flower, running through the time.
Great, man. Awesome. Da-da. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Beautiful. Beautiful song. All right, so give me one moment. I'll be right back with you. Alrighty then, I'm back. I needed some water and some coffee and all the good stuff. And so we're back. So we're gonna do now The Who. Now The Who is one of those bands I've never really paid a lot of attention to. I don't know why. It's just like I've tried and I don't know. I've never made a connection. But I do know that they always destroy their set. Once they're done, they destroy their instruments and stuff. And I know they have this really famous guitar player who does that, you know. And I think I don't know the name, but so they're just so famous, you know. But so this is The Who, Getting in Tune. So let's check out the bass on this one. Let's check out the whole song. I'm gonna try and focus on the whole thing. Here we go.
I'm singing this note cause it fits in well with the chords I'm playing. I can't pretend there's any meaning hidden in the things I'm saying, but I'm in tune, right in tune. I'm in tune, and I'm gonna tune. Riding on to you, riding on to you, riding on to you. I get a little tired of having to say, do you come here often? But when I look in your eyes, I see the harmonies and the heartache soften. I'm getting in tune, right in tune. I'm in tune, and I'm gonna tune. Riding on to you, riding on to you, riding on to you. I got it all here in my head. There's nothing more needs to be said. I'm just banging on my old piano. I'm getting in tune to the straight and narrow. 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 Yeah, I'm getting in tune to the straight and narrow. Getting in tune to the straight and narrow. I'm singing this note cause it fits in well with the way I'm feeling. There's a symphony that I hear in your heart, sets my head a-reeling. But I'm in tune, right in tune. I'm in tune, and I'm gonna tune, riding on you.
This is very good, man. That's very cool. Like now that I've been exposed to so much rock and so much other music from that era, it's much easier to get other styles. Like this is so good. The way he's singing and the piano, and there's some just like some boxes that I'm checking off, and it just sounds very good, you know. It's like I'm almost kind of like disappointed with myself that I've never focused on them, you know. Yeah, it's very good music, man. Jesus, like very good. Just like the singing, top notch, piano, guitar, bass, drumming, the whole package. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they're so big. It's just one of those bands, man, that you never, I don't know. It's like, yeah, Like all the other bands, all the other 1,000 videos that we've made of songs that we've never heard. It's crazy. Good stuff. Just straight up rock and roll, you know, really cool, nice, clean rock and roll, good stuff, you know. Not too complex, just very easy to get into and enjoy. Okay, now this is one of my favorite bands that I still haven't been able to hear everything of. I just love Kansas. I had the best of, and I heard that record hundreds of times, and I've always was wondering, because I would always go to record stores. I was like, "Do you have any Kansas?" "Yes, the best of." And I'm like, "Do you have any other Kansas?" Yes, but it would take about 2 months, and it would cost you an arm and a leg, something like that. So I was like, okay. And then by the time we could download music, I was already into other music. So yeah, I kind of just missed out, but I've always loved their sound, the progginess, the very symphonic prog, you know, very, very cool passages like Song for America. I once like tried to learn most of the piano parts on the guitar, which is mostly arpeggios and really cool runs. Oh, there's Marley. But yeah, I've never listened to Lonely Wind. I've never really listened to the whole first album, but I did some with Alexia and Greybeard. We listened to a Pericu, and then I think some other stuff. But let's focus on this today. Lonely Wind. All right, this is the last song of the marathon. Thanks again, David. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am and everybody else. Leave your comments below. And maybe you can suggest a second one, you know? All right, here we go.
When I'm needing a friend, I can talk to the wind. God, I sure am glad that I found him.
The voice is so good.
Sometimes he seems to be the only one beside me. Can feel the Lord's breath all around him. winter's cold frozen ice, or a bright autumn day. On a warm summer night, you can hear him say, cry for me, sigh for me, sad my breezes flow. Stay for me, play for me, the song my friends will know. My lonely wind must blow. Mighty friend that is mine, can you give me a sign? He'll leave nothing but only to hear him. I've seen the tall trees bend low when his mighty winds blow, and that's all the more reason I fear him. Hear him call for the youth lonely, I can feel his great pain. But on the eve of this day, I'll join in his refrain. Cry for me, sigh for me, sad my breezes blow. Stay for me, play for me, the song my friends will know. My lonely wind must blow. When I'm needing a friend, I'll remember the wind. My life here with the breezes of sorrow. I'll be leaving him soon, 'cause I've got to make room for the lonely that will find him tomorrow. On a black stormy night, in your bosom I'll play. I'll know I've found love, and the last song will sing. Cry for me, sigh for me, sad my breezes blow. Stay for me, pray for me, the song my friends will know. My lonely wind, my lonely wind, my lonely wind must blow. Yeah.
Man, what a band. I mean, Kansas must be one of my favorite American bands in the prog realm, I think, because there's so many bands. Like yesterday, oh my god, I listened to this I did a marathon, Earth, Wind and Fire, and I was like, oh my, how did I didn't know, like, and it's a totally different style of music, but when it comes to progressive rock, I think, Kansas, and then of course Dream Theater, Symphony X, and stuff like that. But I think Kansas is like the original American, prog band, like, I don't know others, because there's so many progressive rock bands, but they're most British. They're mostly from Great Britain, so I think Kansas is the only one that I know that is older, from the 70s, because everything I think of that's prog, it's all like from England, which is fine, but I just love Kansas. And this felt so good. I didn't even pause. I totally forgot. But it feels heartfelt. It feels festive. It's just beautiful to listen to. But all of them, I mean, all of the songs here had great bass lines. I did hear them, and I totally get the marathon, what you were going for here, David. Thank you. This was very interesting. And it's so nice that you guys always come up with these new ideas, you know. Like I've even come up with ideas. Like I have like this marathon that's like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's called From Another World. So, and I'm gonna do it when I have the time, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it too. And it's more it's yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more, but this was great. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know who's your favorite. First of all, who's your favorite bass player? But let's keep it maybe prog, because if we go with jazz, then we go into Jaco Pastorius and Stanley Clarke, and let's just keep it at rock and prog. What are your favorite bassists? And then also, what was your favorite bass player in this marathon? And yeah, you know, just let me know what you think, and I do appreciate you, everybody who, you know, listened to this, and I hope we put a smile on your face. You know, that's what we want. You know, the people that request these songs, and me, of course. So I hope you had a good time. Thank you, and we'll see each other in the next video.